Claude and Claude Code are probably the most popular AI tools that you can use right now. But did you know there is no official native desktop app for Linux? But today, we're going to fix that. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today I want to talk about Claude Code and Claude in general and getting that up and going on Linux. As I said in the intro, I tried to do that yesterday and there's no native Claude desktop app for Linux. Thankfully there is ways that you can get this to work. The first way, what we're going to use is Visual Studio Code. So I'm over here on my Linux Mint machine. This is just a brand new install that I've created for this video. I've done all of the updates and I've also downloaded and installed VSCode. VSCode, if you don't have it installed, you can come over here to code.visualstudio.com. All you have to do in here is click on download for Linux. That is going to download the installer automatically in the background, as you can see here. Once that is done, you want to come over here into your downloads folder. And all you have to do is double click on this. This is going to open up this package and it's going to just get it installed. It's really easy to do. Once you have that installed, you're going to open up Visual Studio Code and you're just going to get this default screen. Now I've logged into this with my GitHub account. It will pop up a message and it will ask you, do you want to log in? So get logged in and it should bring you into the same screen as what I have now. You have options here now. Whenever you have got this logged in, you can chat your code through GitHub Copilot. That is one option if you want to use AI in the editor. The other option to get this to work is to come over here to the extensions. This one here, and I'm going to come up here to the top. I'm going to type in Claude Code. That's going to do a search and it's going to find this one at the top. This is the one, you'll see it here. It's got the Anthropic and it's like a little blue tick that's verified. So get that one. You want to hit install. And you want to go trust and install. Once that is installed, you will see this get started with Claude Code. Now if you want to start talking and start using Claude Code, you want to come over here to this. This is the Claude Code extension at the bottom. So click on that. And once you've clicked on that, it's going to bring you the screen. This is where you can choose to log in here. You have two different ways. If you have a Claude Code subscription, which I highly recommend you do, once you start using the free version, you will probably quickly start running out of credits. If you have a Claude Code subscription, then you would click here to log in. And the other way is you can actually log into the Anthropic console and you can create an API key. And then you just pay for your usage that way. For me, I have a Claude Code subscription, so I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on open and it's going to ask me to log into Claude. Once you've done that and you've logged in, just follow through the process. It will send you an email and then you can actually either click on that link or else it will give you a code. It's really easy to do. Just click on authorize. So now it's logged me in. I can actually come back over here to VS Code and in here it should show me up this chat code session. So as you can see, it says new session here. So I can now start talking and interacting with Claude Code right through the IDE. Now there is one thing I want to show you here is whenever you are working with Claude Code in the IDE, it can do a few different things. You can interact and ask it to help you on projects and code. This bit at the bottom right hand corner where it says ask before edits, there's like 3 different options where you can choose from. You can see here, this is going to ask you every time Claude Code recommends a change, it's going to ask you to approve that change first. The next one here is to add it automatically. That is like an agent that's going to help you code. It's going to start doing things while you're talking and interacting with it. So if you're building applications, this is something that could potentially help you. Then the final one is plan mode. So that's where you can actually talk about projects and plans, and it's not going to go and edit or create anything. It's just going to plan and help you through that project. If you specifically want to use the Claude Desktop app like I did, I wanted to see all of my previous chats and I want to be able to interact with that screen separately. Then you do have an option. I found a few people on GitHub that have created scripts and stuff to do this. I have found one that does work because I've tested it on another machine. So this is this guy's GitHub page and I will link it here. So he does get credit for his work because this is brilliant. As you can see, if you come down here, Claude Desktop on Linux. So let's keep going down. I want to go down to the instructions where it can show us what we have to do. So to install, the first thing we have to do is to update our repository. So let's just open up terminal. I'm going to move it over there. Let me go back here. I just want to check these commands again. Okay, let's go back up. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this command here at the very top, all the way over. I'm going to copy that. Go back to my terminal window. I'm just going to paste that in. Put in my password. Okay, then let's go to the next one. We're going to copy that. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to paste that in as well. Then all I have to do is sudo apt update and sudo apt install. Okay. That's going to do an update. Okay, the last one is sudo apt install Claude Desktop. Okay, so let's come over here to the start menu. I should be able to search for Claude and open that. And as you can see, this has now opened up the Claude Desktop app. So from in here, I can get logged in and I can start interacting with Claude similarly to how I would on my Mac. And it works. It's perfect. So thanks to this guy who has created this script. Again, I'll link it in the description below. Hopefully that helps. So thanks for watching. I appreciate this was a very short and sweet video. I ran into this problem yesterday. I ran into this so many times with different applications not available on Linux. Maybe I should just create a series about installing things on Linux that aren't available, because I know a lot of people want to move across to Linux. Obviously people have got hardware, and I know the Adobe stuff is, well, Adobe apparently works right now. I need to test that. But there's some hardware and stuff, and especially gaming, sometimes the anti-cheat stuff doesn't work on Linux. So there's obviously a lot of work to be done, but maybe I should just make a series like installing things on Linux and see if we can get things to work. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that's something that would be worth watching. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, as it always helps me to grow this channel and to reach new people. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.